I want to talk to you about HighLimit PenFed credit card successful application. So in today's conversation, I want to share with you a few tips, a few steps that you need to master if you want to make sure PenFed never denies your ass again. So I want you to stick around if you want to hear more about this. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sorta Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, we want to talk about PenFed credit cards, okay? Particularly, I want to talk to you about a successful application when it comes to those credit cards. So how to make sure that PenFed never denies you, okay? Here are the steps. I want you to picture this, okay? Here are the steps. First, I want you to talk about the spending plan. You need to set your spending plan and you have to communicate it to PenFed. See, a lot of people actually apply for credit cards, especially PenFed credit cards. They do this randomly. They have no idea, how much they need. They have no idea what they're going to use the card for. No, cuz we gotta stop that. The whole thing here is to have a formula for a successful application. So I want you to make sure that you communicate to PenFed. See, I want you to try next time when you apply for a credit card, preferably at a branch. I want you to say the limit. Tell PenFed, listen, I'm expecting a limit of $5,000 or $10,000 and see what happens. Magic happens. A lot of folks just apply for a PenFed credit card randomly and they just like, I hope I'm gonna get like 5,000 or 7,000, and they end up getting a cheap ass limit of 1,000, and then they're pissed. They start realizing, well, because you have not communicated your limit to PenFed. All right. So the thing here is that you need to keep track of your credit card transactions, because that way you know exactly where your money's going. You know exactly if you spend more on groceries, if you need a balance transfer credit card. You will know if you need let's say a rewards travel card. It's all about planning here, daughter. I'm talking to you. It's all about planning. So the next time you apply for a PenFed credit card, you want to be sure that you have to incorporate credit card in your budget, so you have a clear idea whether you need to maximize credit card rewards. You need to set up account alert. You need to set up auto pay for all credit cards. What I'm trying to say here is that if you have a spending limit, if you have a spending pattern, if you have a clear idea of how much you need, that's because you have done the work beforehand. You know exactly how much you need. You know exactly what your expenses are. And that helps you a lot. Okay? That helps you a lot. So money. The thing here is that, do you have an idea right now of your budget? Grandpa, grandma, talk to me. Don't you walk away from me. I'm talking to you. What is your budget right now? Do you need $10,000, $5,000? How much you spend every month? Do you have a clear idea about that? You need to have a clear idea of that. And based on that amount, you can tell PenFed, I need $5,000. I need $10,000. The thing is that if you don't ask, you always get something you don't like. You need to ask. The second thing I want to talk to you about, if you want to be successful when it comes to PenFed credit card, boss, is what we call the card fitness. So you need to make sure the card that you are looking for fits your budget and that you also fit the card's requirements. See, boy. Some people actually want a balance transfer credit card from PenFed, and they just end up getting a card that actually offers them everyday cash back. Do you see the fitness that I was just talking to you about? That's what you need to be very important. Okay. So when you zero in on the card that you want, it's very important to have a clear idea of what the requirements are. And you know what? You don't apply online. Oh, no. You don't apply online. You want to go to a branch. See, the funny thing is, every time we talk about applying at a branch, we have some people who have nasty comments. They talk about, hey, y'all have no idea what you're talking about. Hey, listen, hey. I don't care if you hate my ass, because you know my goal? My goal is that I want your ass to laugh all the way to the nearest PenFed branch and be approved for the high limit credit card that you want. That's all I care about. If your ass is approved, that's all I care about. I don't hate. I don't care if you hate me. All right, I'm telling you the truth. I want you to do things with a formula. You got to use the method. Okay, so check your credit score. Identify which type of credit card you need. It's very important. Card fitness is really important. Do not apply for the wrong credit card. You got to know exactly whether you need a card that earns you cash back or points on grocery shopping, on dining, okay, on traveling, on gas purchases, whatever. You got to have a clear idea, okay? Do you want a card that actually helps you consolidate debts? Okay, so you want to narrow your choices by asking the right questions based on the card that you want. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you here is that there's a lot of thinking that goes into the whole selection, the card selection, the PenFed selection process. You got to have a clear idea of the card you want. And once you have identified the card you want, apply for the card that offers the highest overall value. You know, did you know that some people actually apply for a PenFed credit card and they have no idea what the credit score is? Oh boy. I'm telling you, folks are so clueless. You ask them, they're like, yeah, well, I probably think I'm in the 500 or the 600 or the 200 or the 300. Boy, that's just, it's crazy. You can't do that. You gotta have a clear idea, okay? Credit cards. What I want you to do right now is you have to pinpoint the credit card that you need. And I'm talking about doing a granular analysis, a detailed analysis, knowing exactly the card that you need before you even apply. Very important. Talking about an application, I'm just talking about branch application. I know sometimes we say things that are a little unconventional, and some people find it hard to believe. Hey, listen, I'm telling you to apply at a branch. Don't you just go online and be all giddy up, and just apply, because PenFed allows you to have, they have done a very nice website for you, and you're just so happy. You're very gung ho. Yeah, I'm gonna apply. I love the website. I love the convenience. Convenience. What's up with that? Stop that. You want to go to a branch, or you want to apply over the phone. See, when you apply online, and I don't care what everybody tells you, because listen, it's been 30 years that most members of our team have been members of PenFed, NavyFed, Service, Andrews, and customers of USAA. 30 years. Okay. So, this was probably because before you were born. Okay. So what I'm telling you here is that it's based on empirical evidence. We have seen that when you apply for a PenFed credit card online, your chances of getting the limits you need are slim. And I'm telling you, I just want you to be happy. That's what I care about. Because the rest, and I don't care. Again, I want to say it. If you love to apply for PenFed credit cards online, okay, whatever. Do whatever you want, okay? But don't tell me that I didn't warn you. You're going to get a chip limit in terms of the card you need. So you need to go to a branch, apply for a branch, and ask for a specific limit. Have a limit in mind. Okay, so I want you to really get away from all this random application thing. What's up with that? We gotta stop this random application thing. Folks apply for a PenFed credit card and they have no idea how much they need. I'm gonna apply, and hopefully, may the Lord have mercy on me. Well, the Lord, you want to leave the Lord where He is right now, or where she is right now. Okay, we are here on earth, and it's all about you, and you actually know exactly how much you need. Meet with the PenFed rep. Tell him or her the limit you need. You want to back it up though. Don't just say I need $10,000 and you have no idea why you need $10,000. You need it. There's no freebie here, no free lunch, no free dinner. Come on, boss. Come on. Bring your paperwork to the branch. Bring your tax returns. Bring your financial statements. Bring everything that talks about you, your financial records. Make sure that your record is good though. Here is the approach. The approach is you have to be very methodical. You have to make sure that you have all your financial documents with you. And listen, even if you have a low FICO score, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because PenFed will see that you are prepared, you are organized. Bring everything and ask to meet with someone. You can do this over the phone too. As long as you talk to a live person, that's fine. I want to talk to you about DTI. Anytime we talk about DTI, folks just like, this guy's just talking about debt to income ratio all the time. And, I really don't know what he's talking about. Well, listen, if you want to, you see, the income relative to your debts is very important. I want you to stop right now just having dinners, having dinner every day, bringing the kids to whatever entertainment center or whatever. You're spending more money. You see, hey, you are spending more money than you are making. That's the bottom line. And I don't care, again, if you hit my ass. You know what? You can even throw Tabasco hot sauce on my face. I don't care. I'm going to say it again. You need to keep your DTI low. Okay, I don't care. Folks just walk around and they say, well, PenFed has denied my ass because, I've applied several times. Well, you know why? Because your DTI is high. Cuz, niece, nephew, grandpa, I'm talking dad, mom, your DTI is high. So if your debt to income is 50%, 40%, 70%, I don't care how high your FICO score is. Folks be walking around talking about, I have a FICO score of 725. Yeah. I'm proud. I have a FICO score of 825. But your DTI, boss, is 60%. Well, what's going to happen is that PenFed is going to look at your ass and think, you know what? We don't like that risk because, the credit utilization ratio is high. The debt to income ratio is high. This is someone who actually is making $100,000 a year, but they are spending like crazy. So they don't have no disposable income. Yeah, disposable income. I want you to remember this key word. Okay, so you want to reduce your DTI considerably. You have to think about lowering your DTI. How do you do this? Well, increase the amount you pay monthly to your debt, towards your debt. That's the first thing. Avoid taking on more debts. Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to stop taking. Why are you taking more debts? Why? Are you living beyond your means, cuz? Postpone large purchases so you are using less credit. Why are you trying to live like, I'm just like the queen of the queen of whatever islands and whatever kingdom or whatever. You want to recalculate your debt to income ratio monthly to see if you are making progress. Very important, okay? And keeping your debt to income ratio low will help ensure that you can actually get a HighLimit PenFed credit card successfully. So decision here. You have to think about what you want. Do you want to keep your DTI below 30%, which will actually help you get all the PenFed credit cards you apply for? Or do you want to continue living in this sort of situation where you are actually just, carrying a lot of balances on your credit card? Talk to me about that. I want to talk to you about establishing the PenFed report. The funny thing, I'm just talking about increasing your PenFed relationship. Oh yeah. The funny thing is, sometimes you walk into a PenFed branch and nobody knows your ass there. Nobody knows you. Well, you might be thinking that PenFed has a lot of customers, so they have millions of customers. So, why do they need to know me? Well, because they need to know you because you want a HighLimit PenFed credit card. That's what it is. That's why they need to know you. What I'm trying to say is, if you haven't built a relationship with them, they're not going to give you a HighLimit credit card. What is the relationship? It just means that, from now, I want you to open a PenFed checking account. They have there's one that's really popular, the Access America checking account. You want to have a savings account. This is very important. When we talk about opening accounts, people just walk around and say, well, I don't see no correlation between credit and checking. Well, that's because you just were born yesterday. See, when you were born yesterday, you probably just learned PenFed credit through YouTube. You're thinking you know everything. You watch a couple of very popular YouTube videos and you say, I think I know everything. Boy, you are wasting your time, because you know why? If you don't bring money to the table, PenFed ain't gonna lend you anything. That's the way it is. That's the way it works. And I'm talking to you about 30 years of experience. We've been doing this credit thing for 30 years. All right. So we know how these institutions work. You gotta have a relationship with them so that they in turn can also build a relationship with you in terms of approving your credit cards, approving your loans, approving your lines of credit, approving everything you apply for. Okay, you can open an IRA, you can open a certificate of deposit, having a money market account. It's all about having deposit accounts. Okay, so it starts with setting your direct deposit to go into PenFed. That's what it is. Oh yeah, that's what it is, because if you don't have that relationship, see, when you have a direct deposit, you know what happens? Magic happens, because they see that you are making money. They see that you are working at this company. They see how often you are paid. This trifecta is very important. So pro tips here. Pro tips, you want to increase your PenFed report, your relationship to PenFed. Okay, you want to make sure that you've been with them for a while, okay, 3 to 6 months before you apply for credit cards. But in that meantime, you want to build your credit. You want to build your your deposit balances. What I'm trying to say is, imagine you were asking for $10,000 and you probably have $25 as a deposit. Now, this dichotomy, this contradiction will not work in your favor. Never. I'll be right back, but after this, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about HighLimit PenFed credit card successful application. And I'm just spilling all the beans today so you have a clear idea. Okay, if you currently have a PenFed credit card and you want to apply for another one, well, the thing here is you need to keep your existing PenFed card count low. You want to keep 2 or 3 cards, okay? And keep your credit utilization low. And that's an important element, not just because it goes into your FICO score, right, which is quite essential, as we all know, but it also goes into your PenFed Next Gen internal score. So you want to have your CUR, your credit utilization, low. That way, it will work in your favor. It will have a conducive effect on your FICO score and also on your next gen internal score. Okay. And when we talk about your existing PenFed cards, what I'm trying to tell you here is you want to navigate, you want to maintain a positive history on those cards before you apply for another card. Okay. Make payments on time, boss. Make the payment. The funny thing is, why are you forgetting to pay PenFed credit cards or all other credit cards for that matter? No, you can't forget. Why are you forgetting? Nowadays, you have a lot of apps, you have reminders, whatever, whatever. You have a lot of stuff that helps you actually make payments on time. Do that. Okay. Do not apply for credit cards randomly. We need to stay away from this randomness. I'm just getting my ass off this morning and I feel very happy. I feel jolly, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be a happy day and whatever. And I just apply for a PenFed credit card online. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of logic, a lot of method that goes into the planning before you apply. Okay, there is a planning phase where you analyze the cards that you need, that you analyze the PenFed credit cards you currently have, that analyzes whereby you analyze what you need this card for. Okay, so credit card. You need to think about the existing credit cards you have. When was the last time you applied for a credit card at PenFed? Yeah, because you got to think about that too. Historical records are important because, anytime you apply for a PenFed credit card, they actually keep a record. So they know exactly what's going on, how often you're applying, how, they look at your credit score, they monitor your credit score continually if you are a member, okay? I want to talk to you now about timing. It's important that you apply for a PenFed credit card. Okay, you need to consider applying when your overall financial situation is getting rosier. Niece, cuz, I want you to bring the whole family. Why are you walking away? I'm talking to you about having a rosier financial situation. You know what that is? That just means that I want you to really make more bank. You apply for a PenFed credit card when your financial situation is good. You're just chilling. In other words, your net worth is going up. Things are good. So you have to apply at that time. See, you want to have a confluence of events that go in your favor before you apply. For example, let's first talk about the best time of the year to apply for a PenFed credit card. During the holiday season or before the holiday season, 1 month before, so probably around October, you apply for, or let's say, you just want to make a big purchase. That's kind of cool too. You want to start building credit, even though PenFed is not the right institution for you if you want to build credit. But if you have debt to pay off, okay, so we're talking about consolidating debt. That's important. Okay, so there are a lot of instances. So, or let's just say you got a raise, you got a big raise at work. That's a good incentive to apply for a PenFed credit card. So anytime your financial situation, or you just paid some debt, you just paid off some debt, so your balance is zero, your CUR goes down, right? Or your DTI is down, probably around 20% or 15%. That is really good. This is the time to apply for a PenFed credit card if you need it. Okay. And when we talk about applying for a PenFed credit card, there are a lot of advantages in our view. You have convenience. You have credit card rewards. I mean, PenFed has a lot of credit cards that actually provide rewards, okay, interesting rewards. You have fraud protection, okay. If anybody just walks away with your card or whatever and spend money on your behalf without authorization, you can just dispute that with PenFed, and they will actually just freeze whatever your accounts. So you have fraud protection. You also have purchase protection, okay. So if you want to return from a store or whatever, they will take care of that. So there are a lot of advantages. So the whole thing here is big decision time. Do you currently need a PenFed credit card? That's my question for you. So do you think this is the best time in your life to apply for a PenFed credit card? See, we're trying to get away from randomness. We want specifics. We want logic. We want method. We want planning. Right, so you know that if I apply for this card right now, my chances of getting it are high. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I was talking to you about the HighLimit PenFed credit card successful application. How to make sure that PenFed never denies your ass. First, think about spending plan, the card fitness. Then the branch application, very important. The branch application is quite essential. Your DTI, your debt to income ratio. The importance of establishing a rapport with PenFed. Think about your existing PenFed credit cards. Think about the timing, very important. I will speak to you another time. God bless you. And until then, remember, stay marvelous.